Hey y'all, thanks for checking out Euclid Mining. So today I'm going to do a video on IronFish. Now I know just the other day there was about 4,000 videos that came out on IronFish, but there was so many things that people missed to talk about. And I'm going to talk about them today. Things like if you want to make a secondary account on IronFish, how to switch between them. If you want to delete an account, for instance, or if you want to back up your account, remember that you're running your IronFish wallet on your own computer. So if something happens to your computer, you would lose your account. I'm going to show you how to back it up. I'm also going to show you how to send and receive. Also, there is only one pool that supports IronFish right now, SafeTrade. And if you want to send money to that exchange in order to sell it, if you want to sell your iron, that's not financial advice, do what's best for your pocket or pocketbook. I'm going to show you how to do that. They have a very particular way, so I'm going to show you how to do it. Also, we're going to talk about whether it's better to pool mine or solo. We'll talk about the earnings I've gotten in the last 24 hours on my rigs, and we'll look at the overclocks for my RTX 3060 and the RTX 3060 Ti. With that being said, there's a lot to talk about today. Let's hop over and talk about iron. All right, this is the IronFish website, and for purposes of this video, I'm just going to assume that you already have the wallet installed. If you don't, there's a lot of great videos out there. I recommend watching one or two of them to familiarize yourself with it before you install. All you have to do is click on Get Started and follow the instructions below. Like I said, I'm just going to assume that you have the wallet installed, so we're just going to minimize this and bring up PowerShell. Now for PowerShell, all I did was do a search in Windows for PowerShell, right-click on it, and run as administrator, and I did that twice. The reason I did it twice is because the first one over here, we're going to go ahead and sync our wallet with the network. So we're going to do IronFish start. And this will start the IronFish network and start syncing it with it. Now, I am running 1.0.1. The other day I was running 1.0.0 and I needed to update it. It was pretty straightforward. All I did was bring up the IronFish here, the website, and I just simply reinstalled IronFish over top, and it brought me up to date current with the current wallet version. Now, as you can see, I've already synced with the network. It went pretty quick because I've been messing around with this. If you haven't done it in a while, it could take quite a bit to make this happen. So make sure that you have this totally synced before you go ahead and do any of the wallet commands. Also, you want to make sure that you are on the MainNet for IronFish, so make sure it says this there. And that's as of recording this video. This may change in the future, but as of now, 1.0.1, and you want to make sure you are on this network. All right, so now that we are synced, I'm going to minimize this and get my big melon out of the way so you can see what I'm doing. And we're going to start working on some wallet commands. First thing we want to do is just type in IronFish wallet. And that'll bring up a list of commands. And from here, we can, we'll just start with creating a new account. If you want to have two different accounts, you'll just type in IronFish wallet create. And we can see that one is right here. And we'll call this one demo because we'll be using this one for the demo. And then it gives me my address and we're all set. At the end of this video, I'm just going to delete this wallet anyway, and I'll show you how to do that. But now if we wanted to see all of our accounts, if you push the up arrow on your keyboard, you could bring up the last command that you typed in. And for this one, we'll just type in accounts, as you can see from the very first one, accounts. And this will give us a list out of all of our accounts. Now, when I first started this, I didn't name my account, so it named it automatically default. Then I made a secondary account and I called it Euclid Mining, and there it is right there. And then, of course, the demo that we just used. Now, if I wanted to switch in between these wallets, I just simply push back the up arrow key again and type in use. We'll be using this command down here, space, and we can type in default. And then as you can see, it'll switch it to the default account is now default. If whatever name it was called, it'll say the default account is now whatever you are changing the account to. This one's called default, so it went to default. We're going to change that back to demo because that's what we're going to work on. And now it'll switch it back over to the demo. So that's how you switch back and forth. Now, one thing that we're going to want to do is we're going to want to go ahead and export this wallet. If your computer failed and had stopped working completely, or you have a new computer and you want to put your IronFish wallet on it, you're going to want to go ahead and import it. Well, you need to export it first and save that. So let's go ahead and do that right now. And we're going to be using this one right here, export. We'll hit enter. And this is basically your seed phrase. So from here up, you're going to want to go ahead and copy this, put this somewhere safe, secure, don't share it with anybody. If you need to recover your wallet, this is how you're going to do this. So you're going to want to save this and put this somewhere where you can get back to it. If you don't have this, you will lose your wallet completely. So make sure that you get this done. And all you have to do for this is the exact thing that we did up here. And if we hit the up arrow key, export, but instead we put import space, and then we would copy and paste our section right after here, and that's how we'll import the wallet back and recover it. If you don't do this, you'll never get it back. So I would definitely recommend doing this. Now, when it comes to sending money, if you want to send something, to send some iron to someone, you just simply click in send and hit enter, and it'll bring it up here. It'll ask for the amount that you want to do. I have nothing in here. We'll just do this for argument's sake. We'll click enter. The public address, I will just use an address that I had for a different one that I was, so we'll just go ahead and put that there and hit enter. Now, it's going to ask for a memo. Now, this is an important part. If you're using SafeTrade, now I don't recommend using SafeTrade. I don't endorse it in any way, shape, or form. You do whatever you think is necessary for you to trade or sell or do whatever you want with your iron. SafeTrade is down today. They said it was a DDoS attack. Whatever the situation might have been, they are down. And yeah, that's that. They do have a miserable overall trust rating also. Use them at your own peril. That's all I could say for that. And you have your IronFish wallet on SafeTrade. It will give you the wallet address it wants you to send it to and a memo. If you don't put that memo in, you will not get your money in your account. You will lose it. So make sure whatever the memo is, you put it in here. For me, it was a couple numbers, something similar like this, whatever it might have been. And then you'll click enter. And then it'll ask you for what kind of speed that you want to send it through at. You could just do it at slow. It is pretty fast. So you'll make that choice on your own. And then it'll ask you to confirm if you want to do this. You say yes, and away you go. Let's go ahead, and I'm actually going to not do this. So I am going to go ahead and just bring up another PowerShell, run as administrator, and bring that over. And just bring this all back up. Now, let's say you're having some trouble with your wallet and you want to repair it, or you want to remove superfluous entries. You could prune, you can rescan the blockchain if you want. It's pretty straightforward. For sending, we did that one. If you want to see all of your transactions, you can do it here. And like I said, if you want to use different accounts, you do it here. Now, for us, we're on the demo. So let's just go ahead and check that and see which one we are on. Just to confirm which wallet we are using. And we are on demo, so that's good. And what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and just delete this now. So we're just going to go back up here and delete, and then we will put in space and then the wallet name. We're just going to hit enter, and then it will delete that wallet. So there we go. So now we've successfully deleted that wallet. So those are some basic commands that people really didn't talk much about in the videos. I just thought I'd go over them with you and just kind of give you a better understanding of the different wallet commands. So these are just a couple different commands that you can do on your wallet. If you have any other questions, you can always drop in the comments down below. Next thing we're going to talk about is the pool over solo mining. So let's go ahead and bring that back up here, and we'll come over here. So we can see that IronFish right now is trading at $14.52, and it's not doing half bad. You can see when it started off, it was cranking at, what were we at, 234 petahash, and then slowly dropped off, I think, as the price started to come down and got a little crazy action in here, and then it started to come down. People started to think it was going to be another one of those things where it dropped off and nobody would really be mining it, and profitability would be poor, so they dropped off of it. But then I guess once they saw that the profitability was still there, it started to increase. And as you can see, like I said, from, 234 petahash, and now it's 314 petahash. So it is up there. If we look at the overall network, we can see I don't think this is right. This is difficulty. This is the hash rate on there right now is almost 5.5 petahash for total. And for pool mining, it's 3.17. So that means there's quite a few people that are solo mining. Now, as far as it goes for solo mining or pool mining, in my opinion, if you have enough of a farm to do solo mining, that's one thing. But if you only have a couple cards running on this, I don't think that solo mining is going to be the answer. I think that pool mining right now is probably the best thing to do, especially with the difficulty as high as it is and with the hash rate as high as it is. Right now, I am pool mining. I may try to do it on solo mining, but we'll see. It just depends. Maybe if the price goes up a little bit. Here it is right here on Safe Trade. This is just to show the network for the coin and the price. Again, I still can't log into the website, but right now it's trading, and it's pretty close in trading right now from buying to selling. So, like I said, use this at your own peril. For me and my farm, I am running, about 112 gigahash. And if I was going to do solo mining, I have a reasonable amount, but I would love to have obviously a lot more than that if I was going to solo mine. There is a block reward. I believe the block reward is 20 iron for the block reward. So if you were solo mining and you did hit a block, you would get 20 iron. So that's pretty good. And considering right now what I am getting for my earnings, we can see that my 24 hours. Well, this isn't really correct because that I do shut down for a couple hours in the morning because of my electricity rates and the way things are. But I was getting about 0.78 iron per day, almost 0.8 iron per day, pretty close to it. And I was to do this for the course of the month. Let's go ahead and just do that on the calculator really quick and see. So if I got 0.8 times 30 days, I would get 24. If I was to solo mine and got one block, I would get 20. Now, would I get more than one in the entire month? I would have to. Otherwise, it would have been better to pool mine. So it really is going to depend on if you want to roll the dice or not, because that's exactly what you're really doing here. You are gambling on this. When you pool mine, you just kind of set it and forget it, and you just get what you get. If you want to solo mine, you really need to hit those blocks, and it obviously is a lot harder considering how much hash rate is on the network right now. So this is a coin flip. You basically do need to, or let me say that I would need to hit 2 blocks per month. And if I didn't hit a block for, the whole month, or if I only hit one, then it would have been better off pool mining. So if I hit 2 blocks, then obviously it would crush what I'm getting right now. I don't know. It's a bit of a lottery. So I'm going to leave that up to you if you want to do it like that. That's kind of up to your choices. But, for me to run this, if I am running, let's see, for the 24 hours, if I was running this over the weekend, it would run me about $2.48 a day to run my miner. And if I only did it during the weekdays, because during the weekdays it's a little bit less, I would be doing it for only 21 hours a day. So let's see. So that would be a little less. So it would run me about $2.15 during the weekdays to run this, because I am off for 3 hours a day because of my electricity rate. I do have a higher rate for 3 hours in the morning right now. That will change actually in just about a week, and I will be on summer rates, which means I'll have to shut down from 6 to 9 p.m. Where my highest rates of the day are. So anyway, let's go ahead and take a look at some overclocks. I am going to show you mine now. The overclocks that I'm using are what I'm using on my rigs. They aren't perfect. I haven't been pushing my cards. I probably can push them a little bit higher. As a matter of fact, I know I could push them a little bit higher. But for argument's sake, we'll just look at the RTX 3060 Ti rig, and we will go to the flight sheet. and I will show you what I have set up here. So this is my locked memory, my locked core, and then my offset core. I could probably push this up to 1500 to 1550, and I could probably move this to lower my power. I could raise this up to like 350, 355, 360 even, to bring my power down. But right now I'm at 1450 and 325. This is really just working on your efficiency at this point. You want to bring down your powers obviously as low as you can without having too many errors. I had some errors the other day, so I did lower all of mine down. The lower the number, the more power you're giving it. And this is just going to be for your core. Like I said, 1500, 1550 is probably my max for my cards that I've been fooling around with. They may differ for your cards, you know, Silicon Lottery, so that's up to you. Again, this is for the 3060 Ti. And then if we go back to my 3060 rig, they are relatively similar, but just a little bit different. So let's go and take a look at them. And I'll show you what I got here. So I have 1300 and 300 for mine over here. Now again, I could push these a little bit higher. Probably could get to 1400, maybe even 1400 and change on my core clock. And again, to really push for the least amount of power, around 350. But while testing, I want to make sure I give my cards enough power to make sure they're stable. And once I know they're stable with my core clock and my memory clock, then I'll start lowering down the power a little bit. Remember, if you want to lower your power, you increase your number. But again, around 350 was 355, even 360 was about the maximum that I could do. I'm going to be digging into this a little bit more tonight, fooling around with this. Like I said, I'll probably end up around 1350, maybe 1400, and getting this up to maybe around 350, 355. But you know, your cards are going to be a little bit different than mine, so you're going to want to fool around with that. I am using BZ Miner, as you can see right here. I am on Hero Miners, and I've been doing really well with Hero Miners. Everything's been going pretty smooth. Let me bring that up over here. You can see my total paid is going to be 2.25 iron, and at the current cost of iron, let's see, at $14.61, we can, you know, just say 2.5 times, and we are 1539. So I've gotten $38 and almost 50 cents in the past weekend. I did this all weekend, and here we are on Monday. So this is what I've made up to date. Yeah, that was it. I was down for about 45 minutes over the weekend when I had to change out a ceiling fan in our TV room. So I did have to bring it down because of all of my fans and stuff that I have inside the grow tent. They run on the other outlets in the house, and I actually had to knock that breaker out. So I was down for about 45 minutes, almost an hour. So I did lose an hour over the weekend, but overall, I am happy with my results. So anyway, y'all, that is my IronFish roundup. I really appreciate the thumbs up. They really help the channel. I hope this helped you. If it did, or if it didn't, drop it in the comments down below. If there's any other things that you've learned that you want to leave for other people, definitely hit it down there. I will definitely test them out and let everybody know whether they worked or didn't work. And hopefully we can build up a little bit of more awareness of how the wallet works and how IronFish is going to be coming in the future. Now, of course, if you want to drop your overclocks down below, that's super cool too. That definitely helps out the community. Anybody who does use those, remember that these are just baselines and that you should always work on your own overclocks. Don't just copy somebody else's and hope they just work. I would hate to see anything happen to your cards or the rig. So start low, work your way up, and figure out what the best ones are for you. Anyway, definitely hit me a thumbs up. Like I said, I appreciate that. If you want to subscribe to the channel, the button's going to be right over there. If you watch any of my other videos, I'm going to have one right up over there. Thanks for checking in. I'll see y'all next time.